Hey everybody, we are doing Wailing Caverns today on the Mage. So this will just be a full run of the Wailing Caverns dungeon here in the Barrens. We have our random group that we found by just being lucky basically and looking in general chat. And we have a couple of quests that we're going to try to do in here. We need to speak to Hamel Rune Totem and we need to find some Wailing Essence for a Goblin and Ratchet. So that's what we'll be working on. Serperbloom, the Royal Apothecary Society based in the great undercity of Lordaeron, has sent me here for a very specific service. Perhaps you wish to aid me and intern the Dark Lady in our efforts to advance the Forsaken. Recently I studied a rare specimen of flora named Serpentbloom. I believe in greater quantities this herb has great potential. Okay, so we're looking for other stuff as well now. Alright, there we go. We should be tracking everything we need in here now.
I need a target.
We'll skin as many of these as we can while trying to share with the other skinner. Try to let the tank hold threat, which is going to mean not doing stuff like that and unloading. He's going to hate me by the time it's all said and done.
I don't have a target.
It's okay because we'll be out of mana so often that there will be entire pulls that we won't be able to partake in. Maybe if we come in a little late, we'll be able to just open up.
I need to target something first.
Preferably not that late. Immune? Just like to frost, period? Well, that's interesting. Since we are frost spec, there's the essence that we need. So that comes from the slimes. I'm gonna let the tank get a little bit of threat, but it looks like the hunter has taunt on his pet. So not really something we need.
I need a target.
What you need is mana. A crap load of it. That's right, so the ectoplasms are all immune to frost damage. That's pretty inconvenient for us, seeing as how we are frost spec. I'm not going to be that mage that opens up when the tank is trying to pull. We'll let the hunter do that. Druid of the Fang. Ooh, he turns into a serpent. It's an interesting druid form. I guess drinking while the tank pulls is a pretty good idea. Giving him that time while we just get our mana back, basically. Oh, the hunter's pet just keeps bungling things up. Poor hunter.
target something first.
Drink now, target something later. That's what I say. Looks like he's gonna pull him back here anyway. I have a couple druids. Yeah, we're not going to touch him. We're going to let the tank pull him back. That's good enough. Remember, they are immune to ice. But our fireball takes so very long to cast. Because we've spent 0 talent points improving it, we've spent all of our stuff, all of our points into frost at this point, so there's that. I try to be a decent DPS in the sense that I try not to pull aggro off of the tank. So that's basically my only goal. I don't know if I'm putting out as much damage as I could, but I'm not going to be the mage that pulls off the tank on every single pull. I am going to be a little bit more patient than that. See, we got aggro there and we were patient with our fire blast. We can't carry anymore? That is unacceptable to me at this juncture. You definitely need to be carrying more. I think we would have a quest for those deviant scales at some point. This is going to be our opportunity to get rid of crap we don't need. Alright. I feel like there's also something we're supposed to be picking up off the ground that I would like to get going. Like while we have inventory space. Oh, this one's immune to fire. We're just gonna be no good against any of these ectoplasms. We're basically hopeless, but we need them for their wailing essence. So, yeah. We have to pay attention to what color they are, obviously. If they're red, then they're not going to get hurt by fire. And then, of course, blue, they're not going to be hurt by frost. It's actually pretty interesting to have to pay attention to that. I have a feeling there's going to be so many mobs in here that we're probably going to gain a level just from fighting. Okay, he's blue, so we want to use fire. And then we need to get our wailing essence. I'm happy as long as we can skin some of them every once in a while. Probably don't even have inventory space for all of it. Apparently we are doubling back. I am just going to follow the tank and hope for the best. Alright, we're going down into the ravine. That was a non-elite.
I'm out of range.
Guess we are fighting this on our own. Yeah, okay, so we're supposed to be getting these up off of the ground. I bet he's beating us to this one, isn't he? Yes, he is. Okay, so we need to be on the lookout for discrete little green vine things at the edges of the hallways and rooms. Otherwise, we're going to get out of here and not have collected any. Alright, I'm being a bad mage. If some cloth would drop, we might, like, get an upgrade. Let's see if we can loot this thing. There we go, we have 1 out of 10. At least now we've started the stack in our bag, and we don't have to worry about having space for it. We need better conjured water so badly. We are going to drink through that encounter. And then we might not even have full health still, or full mana still. And they actually needed us this time. We were too busy drinking. Sounds typical. All right.
Inventory is full.
Inventory is full. Alright, that's gonna be a 3 pull. Are you sure that you don't want, like, a sheep? Just a 1 sheep at least? Probably be helpful to keep you alive.
My mana is low.
Your mana is gone, but we can evocate. That'll get our mana back, but that's on an 8-minute cooldown. That Viper just got health back. We'll take those. Or by take them I mean we will leave them sitting on the body uselessly because we don't have space in our inventory. Who had them even? I don't even see the corpse that had those. Oh, he says we received it. There we go. I guess I probably could have been a good mage and like given people some buffs.
It's too far.
That would have been swell and old school of me to remember to do. Could tell it's been a while since I've done a dungeon in Classic. If ever there was a time. Oh shit.
Isn't ready yet.
Well, maybe that was ill-conceived. But I'm sticking by the AoE.
Not enough mana.
Fair enough. I see this guy over here, like, who's, like, auto-running at the wall, and I'm just hoping that's not our healer, but I have a bad feeling that it is. I'm asleep. That's not good. I'm asleep for a long time. Oh, somebody dispelled it. Okay, he's no longer running at the cliffside, so that's good. That's a good sign. Sheep? Yeah, I can do that. Why? Didn't you guys see the sheep thing? Alright, I give up.
That's still recharging.
Well, that's a wipe. Maybe they'll get it. Nice. Not a wipe after all. Just a couple of dead fools. Incoming res. Perfect. Oh, you come back to life with such a little health in Classic. I feel like in retail you come back to life with basically full health whenever you take a res. Well, one of them admitted to breaking the initial sheep, so after that the tank reacted. Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes a couple people die. Alright, now everyone has an elect. And we're ready to go. As soon as we've done our mining, of course. We are going to pull eventually. I'm not even sure if we have fought a boss, to be honest. I want to say that we have not. If we have, they've dropped some really craptastic gear. And we're very unnoticeable. I think we could afford to pull a little bit more aggressively in here. This is why I prefer to tank 5-mans. Because I like to set the pace for the group. Yes, it is. We've only found one of those serpent blooms. Somebody must be grabbing them all before we even notice them. Highly likely that's happening. I wish he would charge in for some of these guys. Truly. And then just stance it. These pulls aren't particularly difficult, but it's just that there's so many of them. This seems like an enormous sprawling dungeon.
I first.
Okay, this might be our first boss up here, Lord Cobron. Wow, this tank is really pulling things all the way back, so far back. Just like forgetting about the caster up there, though, is not a good idea.
You will never wake the dreamer.
Okay, we've got a lot of pythons that I don't really care about. Let's target the guy. And he turned into a giant snake.
That's still recharging.
He dropped some robes. I don't know why these robes have strength on them. But, I will roll on these. And that way we can say we won something from a dungeon for the first time ever. I guess we're jumping down. This is long before dungeons had maps. So you just had to know where you were going and where you were at. I don't think I did a single full clear in one run successfully of Wailing Caverns while in vanilla. Oh, see, look at this. This guy knows what to look for. Us and our pathetic one collected so far is not going to cut it to complete the quest, I wouldn't think. If I remember right, this turtle drops a pretty decent shield for tanks. That's probably why we're going to kill it. It's entirely optional. Oh my goodness. So many things I regret in life. My inventory chief among them. Or maybe that was not the turtle I was thinking of? I don't know. I thought there was a boss turtle. Maybe these are just normal turtles. Or is that him right there? Crash.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, we got the worn turtle shell shield. Don't know that we really need that. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay, we just need to get rid of some crap that we just keep picking up somewhere. Oh, look at him. He's running right for the quest items. Good job, healer. Just abandon us to go complete the quest, will you?
That smell isn't ready yet.
And then as we look around, I don't see any of those things to pick up at all. What is this guy? Deviate Shambler. That's a little different. I don't really know why she shot at me. It showed the cat as having all the aggro. Should have just filled up my inventory. I'm fine with this. We'll just drink up for the next one. Why did sheep break?
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
Well, we tried to be useful. It just didn't really pan out.
Inventory is full.
Perfect deviate scale. Do I need that? Is that something I need? Probably not. Doesn't seem like it. It's just like all the other junk I'm picking up. Never come into a dungeon without emptying your bags first. This was kind of impromptu. This tank is way too passive for my taste.
I need to target something first.
Like, just run in, dude. There you go. Run in.
I'm out of range.
Nope. Just go fight him. It's all okay to go fight him. That's right, we're gonna get 2 out of this whole run. And we just had to blink. We had to blink ninja that one.
I need a target.
This place may be entirely too massive. I don't know if this place has many positive things to teach about good level design. It's got decent ambient sounds and music. That's about all it has going for it at the moment.
coils.
It's too far away.
Probably don't need to be fire blasting because we're gonna need our mana anyway. I should probably re-sheep this.
Not enough mana.
And so that was Lord Pythus. Armor of the Fang. That'd be pretty cool for a rogue. Oh, we are in combat with something. Perfect.
My mana is low.
He does not like us. And we're approaching another boss here. It's been a while. It's definitely kind of a slog to get through here. You can see that we have gained a level. But we've been basically fighting the same types of enemies the entire time. I think this is boss number 3. Out of, I don't know how many. Probably way too many. Okay, he has chain lightning, which means we don't want to be all grouped up like that. Oh, it's not mattering. He has infinite chain lightning. Wonderful.
That spell isn't ready yet.
That's actually nice for somebody, not really so much for us. Anybody who needs agility, I guess. The hunter, potentially. And now we're approaching Lord Serpentis. So, potentially boss number 4. Out of unknown number of bosses. We've completed our Wailing Essences. We are not going to complete our Serpent Bloom, as I kind of assumed we weren't going to, once I found out that they were drops on the ground that we weren't quite seeing before others had seen them. We're going to sheep pull this? Yeah, we could do that. And then we have this guy over here. Well, this is going to be fun.
I am the Serpent King. I can do anything.
I'd like to be able to, like, see him a little bit. That's not great. Oh, he's immune to that. Well, let's focus on the skull, guys. Well, we got the boss down.
More mana. That spell isn't ready yet. Not enough mana.
It wasn't pretty, but we got the job done. Let's see what he dropped. Someone's gonna loot it. Ooh, Savage Trotters. Yeah, we will go ahead and pass on that. And then we're gonna have Verdun the Ever-Living. Right next to this guy. So that's kind of nice. After clearing through here, at least we get 2 bosses back to back. I can't think that that's very common in vanilla. I don't remember another instance of it. Maybe in the Dead Mines, don't we fight 2 bosses on the ship? Did we skip a boss, or am I a moron and missed a gem? That I don't know. We probably have missed many potential bosses. We're gonna walk out of here with 4 of our 10 Serpent Bloom, and I don't know that I'm ever gonna run this again. I don't have the quest for gems that they're talking about, unfortunately. But I am ready to pull Verdun the Ever-Living. There's Hunter's Mark. Why is the tank dying? Please don't let the tank die. Not when we've come this far. Living Root. Yeah, that's an enormous upgrade, I think. It's a lot of spirit. This might be the first very useful thing that we've won. We can't carry anymore, however, which is awful. And then we looted that thing. Awesome, so we got the Living Root. Oh, it's not as cool looking as I thought, but still kind of interesting. And it's a lot of spirit, which is just going to be a lot of mana regen for us that we need. And now we're jumping down the hole. I'm not sure if Lady Anacondra here is a boss or a mini-boss. I guess she looks like a mini-boss by her health. She didn't last very long. And didn't drop anything, so maybe she was just a named enemy. Or maybe she was for a quest that we don't have, as they seem to have grabbed something called the Gem of Anacondra. So maybe the bosses in here all had gems that we just didn't have a quest for. It's possible. The Fang Lords are dead, all hope is not lost. The awakening ritual is quite complex, however, it cannot be done alone. I will handle all the necessary preparations, but I will need you to protect me. The nightmares summoned from Naralex's journey through the Emerald Dream proved to be quite formidable. Without your help, this mission is doomed. When you are ready to defend me, say the word and I shall lead the way to Naralex's chamber. Within the circle of fire, I must cast the spell to banish the spirits of the slain Fang Lords. Okay, so we've escorted him this far. Not really sure what he's doing except summoning enemies.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I'm out of range. Inventory is full.
I love how disgusted she sounds about it. Me too. Down this corridor, Naralex lies. in fitful sleep. Let us go awaken him before it is too late. So we're gonna awaken Neralex. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we're gonna find out. Definitely, like, this has been an incredibly long 5-man dungeon. I'm not sure exactly how long, like at least an hour, maybe over an hour? And I'm not sure that we cleared everything, but I think we got most of the bosses because we managed to start this event, so... And this night elf here is Naralex. That went gray on us, that's not good. Protect me, brave souls, as I delve into the Emerald Dream to rescue Naralex and put an end to this corruption. So he's going into the Emerald Dream, or we're gonna stand here and kill everything we see. I will say it's taken a long time, but I'm pretty pleased with the amount of experience we've got.
Not enough mana.
See if we can get some mana back before the next wave happens. We're probably in a really bad spot. We're going to be the first person attacked by anything coming out of the water. Hey, but we got all of our mana back almost. Almost. These guys are not elites.
More mana.
Yeah, let's get some mana back if we could. Would be a good idea. We also don't have any buffs going anymore. It's been a long dungeon. Longer, much longer than I anticipated when I signed up for this. And it hasn't been... We've had a few pulls that were interesting, but nothing too interesting has happened. So, I don't know. Does it need to be this long? Oh, apparently it did. Mutanus the Devourer. Okay. This guy's pretty buff. Apparently we're tanking him because, you know, that's what we do now. I don't really know what happened to the tank. Maybe he got mind controlled or something? He's showing up as an enemy now. Yeah, he was mind controlled. It's very inconvenient when your tank gets mind controlled when you're second on the aggro chain. This guy is going to take all of our mana.
Not enough mana.
And then some to put down. We could evocate. We need to get Cold Snap, because Cold Snap will just reset the cooldown on this.
It's too far away. I can't cast that yet.
And our healer was mind controlled. Oh, that was a well-timed level, getting the tank all of his health back. These have nothing on them but armor, but we're definitely going to take those. Because why not? What are we going to toss on the ground prior to doing that? we've gotten some pretty decent loot in here. We've gotten this chest that wasn't really an upgrade. We got the staff that was an upgrade from the perspective of spirit, a lot of spirit. And now we've gotten these shoulders that are just an armor upgrade, and they restore 3 health every 4 seconds, which is good. So all in all, a successful run of the Wailing Caverns. I'm not sure that we cleared everything, but we got most of it, I think. I don't know where Hamel Rune Totem was, but that was a great quest anyway. So I think we're good. I think the only thing we have to turn in here is smart drinks, which we know goes to Ratchet. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this. Not my favorite dungeon. It was interesting to be able to go through it. At least we had a couple of people in the group who knew where they were going, so I think we got almost every boss. Let me know what we missed in the comments below. I'd be curious to see what else was in here that we just did not find. And take care of yourselves. See you again soon. Bye now.